Every morning we woke up to fresh coffee with the eggs, 24 karat gold steak with the bread crumb. I mean, we've been eating for free all week and haven't seen a chef once.
Brian ended this round with loopy to reference the drowsy feeling from the lean he be using at times, right? So tonight, if we gonna talk about the legend of Sleepy Hollow, it's gotta start with a horseman losing his mind.
Louisiana baby. Or I can hit him with tear gas, leave Louisiana baby. And I'ma do it all by my lonely like Louisiana baby. And where they gonna find the body? In Louisiana baby.
Welcome to Season 4 of the Speaker and Language Show. We spent a good portion of last season doing rankings and lists to document some historical things that occurred in the 2010s and the current decade. In the same spirit, I came up with an idea that takes the time to highlight the battlers that have not only created amazing legacies for their careers, but also helped build, innovate, and establish advancement for a league. In this video, we're going to be connecting battle rap to basketball tenfold by creating an all-time starting five for each major league: RBE, URL, Queen of the Ring, and King of the Dot. While I was heavily considering to add Grind Time, Smack DBD, and Don't Flop into the production, I quickly realized how complicated and drawn out the series may be for this season. I want to give each league and movement the proper time and just due. For now, I want to stick with these four, and I'll do my best to return to the others sometime next season. In constructing the starting five for each league, we considered what the artists contributed to the league, the accolades they had, the resume that they had on the league, the impact they had on the league, and their track record as well. Small note, we will refrain from having a battler in multiple starting fives as we are trying to emulate a real starting five for each league. However, we acknowledge that there are some battlers that have a genuine case of being a starter on multiple. The sixth man for RBE is none other than Rosenberg Raw. Froze has built quite a career on Rare Breed with battles against various tiers. When you discuss the original bricks of RBE, Rosenberg will be one of the people named instantaneously, with him being the first RBE headliner against Swave Seva. With over 15 battles in the league, his resume includes Swave Seva, Shotgun Shook, J400 Block, J Murda, Heavy Half, Craig Lamar, T-Rex, Snake Eyes, Head Ice, Show Off, A.Ward, Cicero, Ill Will, Jag, Charlie Clips Clone, and Arsenal. He solidified himself as one of the most pivotal names on the league, with him being on the first two max outs and the first two divide and conquers during the Blue Room era. He gave dominant showings against T-Rex, Craig Lamar, Show Off, and Ill Will. It's also important to note that Rosenberg will receive his first platinum battle on RBE, which further alludes to the connection and success he's had with them for over the past 10 years. Rosenberg is the quintessential spokesperson and ambassador of Rare Breed Entertainment, and he's done a great job of representing them inside and outside of the ring. As one of the first starters, we have A.Ward. The Transformer has had a great deal of work on RBE and has shown dominance on the league that very few can match. With his 11 appearances, he's given us a collection of moments, quotables, and transformative pieces of RBE history. His resume includes Oops, Show Off, Bigg K, J Murda, Shuni the Rapper, Chef Trez, A.Ward, Jag, B Magic, Active, and recently Emerson Kennedy. The one thing that sticks out is that he's battled the prominent figures on RBE and arguably beat them all. Dominant wins against J Murda, Bigg K, and Show Off comes to mind. He also has a judge win over Oops, one of the first judge battles on RBE, I might add. And when you talk about his 2017 campaign, his case strongly relied on his dominance he's shown on RBE that year. I can also point to the great back and forth he had against A.Ward, the dominant showings against B Magic, Chef Trez, and Shuni, the heated battle with Active, and him also making an appearance on Ladies and Gents card, the first installment of Pearly Gates, Closure 2, and the first ever max out. Quite frankly, he is a sleeper when you're talking about his work and contributions to the brand's growth. But when you really break it down, there aren't many people with the track record that Red has on RBE. The next starter we have is A.Ward. A.Ward's show stealer approach has paid dividends in his career and specifically on the RBE brand. Even though Ward is a journeyman and has had a couple of homes when it comes to leagues, one can say he's made quite the impression on RBE in comparison to his peers. His resume includes Danny Myers, A.Ward, Ill Will, Rosenberg Raw, QB, $3, Bigg K, and A.Ward. Similar to A.Ward, Ward has faced the heavy hitters on RBE roster and created a barrage of great moments within his 8 battles on the league. And he's in rare company, being one of only 4 people to make an appearance on all 3 max outs. 2 of those appearances include some of the best battles of the decade, with him versus Ill Will and him versus A.Ward. This also doesn't include the dope clash he's had with A.Ward, Danny Myers on his debut, QB, and the masterclass performance against the legendary $3. It's also important to note that out of his 10 highest viewed battles, 3 of them are on RBE. Even though Ward came to the party 7 years late, he has still stamped himself as one of the most impactful artists on the brand. Bigg K made an early appearance in 2014, but it officially became his home in the 2016-2017 timeline. The RBE loyalist became an all-time great due to his stellar track record on Rare Breed. With a third of his catalog being on RBE, he's built quite the legacy and relationship with the league that boosted his resume tremendously. His resume includes Big Cannon, Show Off, JC, O-Red, John Adan, Iron Solomon, Calico, Adi Boom, Big T, Mac Myron, Clone, X Factor, Charlie Clips, Reed Dollars, J Mills, 40 Cal, A.Ward, Murder Mook, Young Ill, and recently Coach Corleone. He has faced big names and been on the biggest cards and made huge moments on the brand. He has his career-ending round against Adi Boom, one of the best Blue Room performances against A.Ward, a win over a God tier in Murder Mook, and 3 clear wins on Max Out. Similar to O-Red, his Cody campaign in 2023 was heavily predicated on his dominant showings in RBE, and he will become the first artist to win Cody without a URL appearance. It's also safe to say that Bigg K has a top 3 RBE resume, and it's also important to mention that you'll find him on most of the RBE top cards. Hitman is a contract killer in the ring, but he's also box office and draws an audience like no other. With only 4 appearances on RBE, he's racked up 16 million views on the league, and all 4 of his battles are in the top 10 for the highest viewed battles on the league. His appearance on the league not only gave way to some of the biggest cards in RBE history, but it also changed the stature and status of RBE as a whole. Hitman vs. Bill Collector will go down as one of the best grudge matches of all time. Hitman vs. Cassidy will probably remain the most viewed battle in RBE history. Hitman vs. Calico is the highest viewed battle on Max Out 2, and Hitman vs. Ill Will probably go down as a top 3 RBE battle of all time. I used the phrase or mentioned the phrase less is more a couple of times in the series, so this applies to Hitman to the highest degree when you're talking about what he's done for RBE. And lastly, we have Ill Will. Not much to say here, honestly. RBE has gotten a lot of great footage from Ill Will on the brand, and in return, Ill Will has put himself in a league company in terms of resumes, accolades, and moments. His resume includes Big Cannon, Show Off, Daylight, Math Hoffa, Big T, Calico, Serious Jones, Scotty, Chef Trez, 40 Cal, A.Ward, Jag, Clean Paper, Reed Dollars, Rosenberg Raw, 40 Bars, Hollow the Dom, King Los, Hitman Holla, Payne, A-Verb, and Emerson Kennedy. With 22 battles on RBE and the best resume on RBE, he's unquestionably in the starting 5 and is the face of the league. I can immediately point to his all-time battle versus Calico, in my opinion the best RBE battle of all time, how he gave them 3 of their best battles in the catalog with him versus Hitman, Hollow, and A.Ward, the great battles he had against legends like Serious Jones, Math Hoffa, Daylight, Reed Dollars, and A-Verb, and individually I can say a great deal of his Cody appearances were heavily predicated on his RBE work in 2018, 2021, and 2023. With 11 million views on the league, he has the numbers to support his status of being one of the most pivotal names on the league, but the work itself just stands out tremendously.
I said, never in my life was I cool running. We could take it to any level you want. No, I'm tool tucking. Anthony Davis, soon as you think I'm playing, I'ma pull something. You did a whole round about my weight, and you ain't even seen how I get lyrical. What the fuck I say? Speak easy, blink, height, planet fit. These are gems I am getting.
Blind and it's clear. That moment versus Hitman got you by for some years. Now no longer are you performing at the highest of tiers. But thank God you got a best friend who ride for you near. McCoy helped you get Lux, Mook, Suge. Hell, he's why you are here. You've been relying on a Big Gerald your entire career.
Lose majority. You wanna survive in it. Watch my technique with this knife. I put my thighs in it. Ooh. Every year I'm the same old me. I'm Michael Myers with it. Second round I dumped it. I'm mad. This is your rebirth. Went and did your research. You sliding in to die again, but it's rehearsed. You with the rest of the guys that's on the t-shirts. I done stared death in the eyes and made it blink first. Street work. Street work.
I remember I had beef with a nigga. He was trying to kill me every day for like 3 weeks. Nigga came home off a murder, 2 other cases. He had a 3-peat. He tried to turn his life around, then he got killed. Cause niggas like the heat seek. It's crazy. He couldn't erase his record, but got a clean sheet. We creep. Hey,